I think they're going to struggle to deal with him later on. But it is predicated highly on the first 15 minutes. He has to deal with some difficult lanes here. Scareth Mage with the Magnus is probably the lane he has to deal with. But even if it's not that, it's going to be Magnus plus the LeBron Venomon. So either way, not fun times for the anti-mage.
Yeah, AM could potentially be running into some issues. But from what I saw from the landing from Into the Breach, they're definitely a team that put a lot of focus on their landing phase and really be able to come out on top. Like Zube had an immaculate landing phase, so able to do the same once again here on Legion Commander. He's going to feel pretty good with how the game is going, but there is going to be this pretty scary timing. Like double Echo Sabers is going to be the first timing that's going to be hard for them to deal with, and then obviously when you get like the Blink Daggers up and available and whatever Mobe wants to build as this Death Prophet, can be some scary item timings for them to deal with, and it's about if Into the Breach have the items themselves to be able to deal with this. Like if Storm has some of his items that makes him a little bit more tanky, if the anti-mage is at the point where he's got like Battle Fury and close towards the Usher, like these timings are very important for Ancient Tribe to try and hit here and try and abuse the early timings that they're going to have when it comes to their items.
They're already starting off the game though on the back foot, as Into the Breach have managed to secure 3 of the opening 4 bounties. Some additional gold into their coffers. So Ancient Tribe will have to show us what they're made of to come back from this slight deficit. Also, I really want to see what Mobe is made of. This Death Prophet hero, from the games I've seen professionally, the games I've played myself, has not felt that strong, just given the new dynamics on the map. But if there's any player on planet Earth that, well, maybe not any player, but he's one of the players I would trust to show me some new tech on this hero in the current patch.
Definitely. And also, I'm surprised that Death Prophet didn't turn into a universal hero. Maybe that would have made it like it completely busted, but like her not being universal is crazy to me. Nande, he's in trouble. He doesn't have Blink bottom. He's dead.
He's in a lot of danger. He's actually one more right click away from dying, and Alex will claim it, bringing him down on the Skywrath Mage. Oh my gosh. That is... We're talking about how Nande might have some issues with some strong lanes coming in from Ancient Tribe. It's one thing to have issues, Fluke. It's another to give up the first blood. That is the worst possible set of circumstances. And as he comes back, he doesn't have Blink. He's going to be dead again. And he doesn't have TP if he does end up taking a tumble here. Alex ensures it happens with the concussive shot. And Nande dead twice back to back. Will have to do the long, lumbering walk of shame into the lane. And we said that he needs a good 15 minutes. This is not how we wanted to start the game.
Bro, if this was a pub, it'd be game over. That's the worst possible start you could have had as an anti-mage. He literally just TP'd and he instantly died. That is... Oh, that's a rough start of this game. Like, Woot is going to be like almost level 3 and Nande is going to be lucky to be staring at level 2. He has to smoke to run back to lane. That is this is a rough start for an anti-mage, but it is Nande. He is a very, very good carry player, so we'll see if he's able to bring this one back. And for him, his offlane's gone just as well. Little Plebs died. They also were able to get the kill on LeBron, so they're definitely off to a good start when it comes to both of these offlaners. It's about who does enough with the offlane start, right? Like, we're seeing that Woot is off to a very, very good start in the Magnus, but same as Zibe. He's off to a good start.
Shibby might die, though. He's in a little bit of danger here. Low Pleb came back into the fray. Merlin, okay, Merlin's the one that's dead. Bottom, there's a little bit of action happening, but Merlin will die. Blood Grenade dropped, and Shibby is actually going to take a tumble as well. Oh, no. You just said this is the place where things were starting to get better. But looks like LeBron insistent on leaving this kill towards Lil Pleb. This actually kind of might have been a mistake. And Shibby will live. Yeah, LeBron, bro, rather get the kill. Take the kill next time. It's fine. Don't worry about Lil Pleb. That's actually, real talk, that's actually a pretty big deal. If he dies there, I think the entire lane is recovered. Because he doesn't die, gets a TP back to the lane. He'll get his regen back, has a salve as well. And Low Pleb not going to get the advantage back from the earlier death he suffered.
Yeah, I mean, Legion Commander has 40 more move speed than what the Void Spirit does. I didn't realize that. Legion has 330 base. What? All right. Apparently she has a lot of move speed, and just having a quick look at bottom, you know, he TP's in, he gets shockwaved, and then, oh man, I can't believe production's done Nande like that. I can't believe I've done him like that. Yeah, that's a bit rough. Yeah, and a solo kill
Yeah.
for Supreme.
I was about to say that production only did Nande like that because clearly they must be fans of Ancient Tribe because they hid us away from the solo kill that got suffered in the mid lane. Fam, I don't think I've ever in my life actually seen a Storm solo kill onto Death Prophet pre-level 6. Down bottom, Respect might end up dying here, getting right-clicked down by Waiter. Alex gets blinked into by Nande, blood grenade thrown in, and Alex should end up dead here. The shockwave though also finishes off Respect. I see. Waiter didn't want to share experience. I understand. I see what happened. But Nande might be in trouble here. He does have blink. He manages to get away. Waiter still ended up chasing him, but doesn't have the damage to kill him off.
Oh, that was spicy.
Yeah, he had a big stick as well, so I think Nande was going to be okay. Oh, dude, his courier died.
Oh my god. Really? Are you kidding me?
Auto ran it. Bro, he auto ran it through mid.
Oh, no. And
That's
that
what
was a
happens
bit of help
when
from the
you put a
courier.
man in the Juggernaut cage. That's what happens. He gets tilted.
Oh no. Well, that sucks. No courier available for another minute. Waiter already has the full Vanguard, so Alex could soon start leaving him behind. And Earthball in the top lane. While all this is happening, Merlin will end up getting brought down by this Void Spirit. Shibe trying to run away, but look at the damage being thrown in by LeBron. Shibe on the other side of the map is like, well, sad boys, I'm sorry. You know, can't do anything to help you, brother. What really sucks about this, though, for Ancient Tribe is that Lil Pleb wasn't tanky enough to get the chase back, but Shibe is starting to struggle a little bit now with his own progression again.
Yeah, and even though the lanes were going really well for Zube in the opening couple, he just has not been able to convert that into CS. He's at 19 and 4 up against a 26 and 6, so it's not like he's losing out completely, but it's not like you know, the fact that you got 2 kills to opener in that lane. Kind of advantage that you were hoping for. And they're trying to make a rotation here on a Mobe. They're level
They
1.
are indeed. They want to kill him off. Supreme does have the level 6, but he got off a Spirit Siphon. And now Merlin instead might be the one that's endangered. The Bat Rider will be killed off. Supreme still really wants the Death Prophet and will find him, but this did extend his entire mana pool. Did bring down the Skywrath Mage in the process, however. So LeBron not going to be strong enough by himself to punish these heroes. Nobody else rotates in from Ancient Tribe. So this just feels like a good place to be for ITB. And Mobe not really having a game so far in this mid Death Prophet at the moment.
Yeah, this is exactly what they need to do against a Death Prophet. She's one of those heroes that I think can snowball super hardcore in a game like this, but they're really shutting her down. And the fact that that Wuta has no mana in his bottom lane meant that he wasn't able to TP.
Oh, no.
If he had mana to TP, that was going to be a different story.
Mobe might die again here. Spirit Siphon is on. It is level 3 though, and he's potentially turning on to Respect, but now Spirit Siphon is gone. LeBron though, thankfully, right behind him. By the way, you were questioning why Mobe on this Death Prophet isn't playing a universal hero. I fully agree with that. But holy hell, why wasn't Spirit Siphon nerfed, dude? How was this spell just left the same? What the hell is this?
Yeah, kind of interesting that it's the only real changes that happened to her was damage buffs on her Crypt Swarm, and Spirit Siphon Fear got reduced a little bit. So she actually technically got buffed overall. She's kind of crazy.
Yeah, she's a stronger hero. They also buffed the Ghost a little bit, which I don't know why they had to do that, but it was done. We did see on the map that the Bat Rider top lane did end up dead. Is definitely struggling to realize his influence on the map as you'd want to. And jump in from Storm Spirit really wants Lil Pleb. They want the kill. Will he be able to find it? Supreme sets up Shibe to clean him off. In honesty, that might be even better that Shibe gets it. That does mean though that there's no Storm middle, but Respect does TP out, recognizing the danger coming his way. ITB playing a lot better in the second game, even though they're not getting all the gold they would like. Still, they're preventing themselves from getting completely ran over. But as I say that, Fluke, Nande getting jumped towards by Waiter and the crew. But Waiter did not have the mana for the RP. Fam, he was 20 mana short. Otherwise, Nande would be dead right now. But for the want of mana, he will end up living.
Yeah, and another big one once again from Nande. It means that he was able to survive that X rotation from Alex, and ooh, I was going to say, is Wuta going to sit there and wait for enough mana on the RP to try and combine it with like an Ancient Seal combination? But wasn't enough. And Nande, now that he has his Vanguard, he's happy. He can just sit back and he can slowly farm up. He's just going to go for like a Battle Fury build, which is okay. But Alex, he's in trouble.
Easy kill for Supreme. And they set that up for him to pick up. He has the 4 power treads. Haven't seen the Storm move all that much on the map so far, but given the relative lack of lockdown of the enemy team, if he gets to a decently timed Lincoln Sphere, or hell, actually it's either Lincoln Sphere or like some Sergeant Kaya. Either way, a solitary defensive item should be good enough to help him deal with the relative lack of lockdown on the Ancient Tribe. But top lane, Shibe has to deal with just raw damage coming his way. Lockdown is the least of his worries. LeBron also finds a Venomous Gale onto Merlin. Mobe is actually going to try and chase with these ghosts going. Doesn't want to dive too far beyond the tier 1 tower. As the creep wave comes in though to tank up some of this damage, he's willing to make this move. Honestly though, Fluke, if I'm Merlin and I'm dying for half the duration of ghosts, I'm okay with this. Let me die again, please.
Yeah, and most of the HP on Mobe as well, I think, is the big thing, right? So now he's not even that scary against Supreme.
Oh, but they get the silence middle. The rest of the ghosts going to be used to maybe kill off Supreme, but respect right there with the false promise. He only got level 6 41 experience ago, but the Oracle definitely making big use of the spell, making sure that Supreme stays alive, and Mobe is denied an additional advantage from the mid lane.
Yeah, that would have been massive if Mobe gets that kill there. They transition that into probably a little bit of extra damage on this tier 1 tower, but instead it turns back around and Supreme is now running with this regen rune and probably going to get himself a kill on Alex.
Looking for Alex kill here. Fortune's End will ensure that the Skyreth Mage has no escape. And Mobe doesn't have access to the ghost here. Waiter does have RP, but Supreme also has the level 6. Mobe, sadly for him, doesn't have a point into the silence just yet, so couldn't throw it onto the Storm Spirit to set up for the RP. Okay, good stuff from ITB. Also draws in some rotations, so additional space created by this little move.
Yeah, it just pulls more rotations, right? And, you know, best case scenario is they at least able to pull out an RP from Wuta, but they're not able to do that. And this is exactly what you want if you are a Into the Breach fan. Supreme popping off and then having time for Little Pleb.
Yeah.
I mean, not Little Pleb, Nande, pardon me.
Nande. Merlin might die here. Will get spammed in by Alex's spells. But indeed, Supreme having a decent game. Nande also started to tick up on the anti-mage. There's a lot of recovery work to do on this hero before he feels super comfortable. His team might need him in the top lane because they are setting up to potentially take this tier 1. But Lil Pleb and Alex are hard to get to. And Mobe also has Ghost again in 15 seconds and might be ready to TP. For now though, top, they're just happy to defend this tower as long as humanly possible. Let Lil Pleb finish off his Echo Saber. But I do want to see the Storm Spirit come top. I want to see Lil Pleb killed off as often as possible. And I do want to see Shibe granted his first dual damage for this game.
Yeah, that's always the issue that I have with Legion Commander, right?
Oh, here's his duel, and the damage will come out from the young Mana Void thrown in by Nande. But now Nande might be too far forward. This anti-mage is not strong enough here, Fluke. He's taking so much damage. He's trying to TP out. Shockwave will be there. Waiter, no! He throws in the RP now, but why didn't you throw it in at the tier 1 tower? What the hell happened? Ancient Tribe panicked in the top lane.
Oh, you got so greedy with the auto attack. Wuda. Yeah, that's definitely a chance gone begging, and now RP's on cooldown. They made some big rotations towards that top lane, and we'll see it again here. He was a good half a second away. That was rough for Mr. Wuda. It was just on the edge of the RP, and I mean, if they catch that, we're singing his praises, right? So it is a catch-22 when we see those. So we'll have to wait and see to see whether or not Wuda's actually able to connect with an RP soon, because he had a great start. He's the top of the net worth, but he hasn't been able to connect with his team just yet. And I think that's kind of the issue that Ancient Tribe have.
Speaking of one of the issues they have, beautiful silence going in onto Supreme. It might save the life of this Void Spirit, but Merlin still able to find the last two. Low Pleb, Astral Step available, only has one jump though, so he should still die once he gets chased down by Supreme. Low Pleb underneath the tier 1. Waiter is here, finds your skewer onto several heroes. Low Pleb is still alive. Respect and Supreme finally finish him off, but Respect definitely dies for this one. Waiter, one more right click is all he needs, throws in a shockwave to make it happen as he was disarmed. So 2 heroes get taken away from the enemy with both supports. What's really funny to me here is had Waiter had still RP available, they would have actually found 3 potentially under the tier 1 tower.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, they would have got the kill on Supreme, and he is the one with the big bounty in his head right now. He's definitely off to a rip-roar of a start. He's going to go into the BKB now after his Kaya, understanding that as long as he plays around these silences, he's going to be A-OK. Because technically, I mean, you shouldn't really get caught from a Magnus unless you get Blink RP'd, and Magnuses these days usually don't go Blink till later. So you're going to be able to build up that net worth yourself on the Storm Spirit to be able to play around that RP when it does come out. So as long as Supreme is playing around, you know, the double silences, the Venomancer Spit, it should be okay.
The other side of the map, Low Pleb able to quickly get a pick off onto Merlin. And they're going to try and secure the tier 1 tower. In top though, LeBron gets zipped onto by Supreme. A dual kill from Cive will secure him the +10 second dual victory of this game. And that should open up the space for the tier 1 tower as well. And they haven't started taking it down just yet. They're playing fairly safely away from the tower. If Ancient Tribe were aware of this, maybe they would have thrown in some TPs onto the outpost to try and defend this. And the first one is coming from Waiter. They realize, they're like, wait a second, actually, they're not pushing right now. I know, that's one thing we didn't discuss, Fluke. Their objective take on Radiant side is atrociously bad. They have a very hard time. We might see an RP coming in from Waiter. There was a false promise already thrown in onto Supreme. Alex chasing forward now. Rod of Atos thrown in by Mobe. RP will be there on top of the silence from the DP. They ensure that Supreme will die. Merlin also getting slowed down right now by the Skywrath Mage spells. And Mobe ensures they have the damage to kill him with the ghosts. And with the Siege Dragon as well, it's not just the hero that's dead, but the tier 1 tower that's also under jeopardy.
Yeah. Big first connection there from Wuda being able to hold his RP. It was smart play holding it on the false promise because you don't want to have that completely counted out. But they get themselves 2 big kills and now they're going to look for a third. Respect unfortunately did not have a TP and he got caught out. They do kill Little Pleb and that's a dual victory as well in the mid lane. So that's probably a trade that you're going to be okay with taking. Yes, you lose a tier 1 tower, but you get yourself some more dual damage now. Nande got involved in that kill as well, so building closer and closer towards that battle fury that he needs. So things again are looking really tight between both of these 2 teams. And kind of circling back to what you're saying about the objective taking, it is really hard for them to take objectives until they have an anti-mage.
Yep. Supreme jumping bottom onto Waiter. This might help set up for the anti-mage. Silence though going on to Supreme. He doesn't die just yet. Waiter screwing away with Merlin. Still alive on the Magnus. Will eventually take a tumble. And now Merlin's in danger as well. But Lil Pleb has shown up. He assassinates Supreme. Alex though wouldn't survive this fight either. Threw out a nice silence onto Nande. But eventually they do find the kill. However, reinforcements have now shown up. They get the Rod of Atos out onto Nande with the Aether Remnant. Not enough damage to secure the kill just yet though. What else can they accomplish here? Mobe, his first Spirit Siphon will be broken. And now Nande jumping on top of him. There's going to be the duel as well. Onto the Death Prophet. And with the Monarch Way, they finish her off. LeBron trying to run himself away. With Purifying Flames and some right-click damage, they have more than enough ways to bring him down. A triple for Nande. They're hoping to set up for an Ultra. Lil Pleb trying to escape. He has no more Dissimulate, no more Astral Steps, and now he has no more life. Sadly though, ICB are a team full of Rapscallions and they deny Nande his Ultra kill, but they still win the fight.
Yeah, and this was all before he actually has any items that he wants to fight with, right? Like, this anti-mage is getting so active and so involved, and Nande is doing such a good job after the horrific start that he had. He died level 1 in lane, TP's back in, instantly dies. Like, instantly dies at level 1. And he's going into a lane where he is 2 levels behind at level 1. Has to smoke himself to walk back to lane. And now he's just getting involved in everything. And once again, Ancient Tribe, they're doing a really, really good job at least keeping Wooder alive for as long as possible. Like the fact that Alex and Wooder are sticking together is really, really great. Alex seems like he's always in the right place at the right time. But same thing for Respect. Respect seems like he is always in the perfect place to be able to save one of his cores. There was multiple times where I thought that either the Storm or the Anti-Mage was going to go down, but they're just getting saved by literally everything. And
Yep.
this is the issue that Ancient Tribe are going to have, is there's multiple saves on the side of Into the Breach, and especially with Mobe not having the game that he wanted so far, it's going to be hard for them to deal that extra bit of damage to try and secure some of these kills.
I'm also very worried about Lil Pleb, who's also struggling to find his own influence in the game. You know what's really funny? You know Nande's Battle Fury? It was fairly late in this game. So in game 1, his Juggernaut Battle Fury was top 200 all time, close to top 150. In this game, his timing on the Anti-Mage Battle Fury is bottom 200 of all time. The duality of man, you love to see it.
We are so in sync. Actually surprising, that's the 3rd time today that I've actually done that with somebody, so I don't know what it is. I think I'm like touching the Matrix or something like that.
Hey. Well, Merlin unfortunately down bottom, he did not see the future. He has an opportunity to reflect upon his past right now as he's spending time in the fountain, picked off by Ancient Tribe. Their Roshan is on the other side of the map, so there's no easy ages to claim, but the big man is going to start coming downstairs, and they have ghosts available. They could try and siege into this, but I think ITB are aware of this as well. As they smoke up, they find a Blink dual kill onto the Venom Monster. Waiter looking for a skewer back, misses the angle though, skewers forward instead, finds the RP on the 3. Mystic Flare will be there as well with a 3-hero Resonant Pulse, and they will be able to find this fight. They silence them all with Mobe. They clean them all up with their damage. An Ancient Tribe, despite Waiter not finding the cleanest initiation, he finds the initiation they need ultimately, and they secure the fight.
Yeah, that was sick. The skewer into the multiple hero RP, and they just had the heroes in place to be able to abuse that. And with Ghost being popped as well, I thought this was going to be such a rough engagement for them, because Wuta, it's so hard for him to try and get these fights going the way that he wants to, right? Because he needs to make sure that he's RPing at the right time. And with the Mystic Flare on top as well, they just have so much AoE damage that it's very, very hard for these heroes to get away when they are so close to each other. And it was just a good connection there, and just puts Ancient Tribe at ease a little bit longer, because Wuta being their top net worth hero, he needs to get a lot of work done. And now that he has the Blink Dagger as well, after revealing it in that last fight, he's moving towards his Harpoon. And this is where Magnus becomes bonkers, right? Like, you've got Harpoon as well as Blink, that you can catch anybody anywhere. And if he's able to reposition some of these heroes, like if he repositions like the Legion Commander, it's going to be a pretty good fight for him to be able to grab. If he's able to grab the Oracle, that would be awesome. So really looking towards Wooder to be able to put this team on his back, especially with Mobe having a quiet game number 2 after his performance in game number 1. So these both these drafts are really starting to hit the ticket just now, and all eyes are starting to head towards Nande, right? Like, he's starting to slowly creep up the net worth chart. He's starting to do exactly what he needs to do as this Anti-Mage, split push out, get towards his Manta style, and maybe soon in some of these fights he can start to be involved, because they do have lockdown issues. I will say that. Do have lockdown issues for an Anti-Mage.
One of the ways in which we can ascertain that Nande is actually a phenomenal player, I will cast your memory back to the earlier portion of this game where this man died twice in a row and pretty much just lost the first like 2-3 minutes of this game entirely. And yet here he is, second in net worth. His team will lose on the Batrider though. Ancient Tribe able to snipe that. But will they get anything back from it? Blade Mail triggered out with the duel. Lil Pleb will die. Waiter though, hoping for some revenge onto Supreme. They skewer him to the low ground. RP will be there, but he has a BKB now. He goes back directly onto the Skywrath Mage. Him and Nande kill off Alex. Phenomenal times coming in from ITB. Some additional dual damage. A core kill. They force out RP. And Nande also gets to participate in just pushing out these waves, getting stronger and stronger on this Anti-Mage.
He's got Manta style ready now, so this is where it starts to become very, very hard for Ancient Tribe to take those engagements, especially if they're the ones that don't have any vision on Into the Breach. It's very spooky for them, right? Like Blink Duel, we've already seen how much damage it can do. The counter initiation they only really have is going to be the RP, and you don't want to like RP to save somebody in duel, so it's like how do you really build to enable that? I guess you have to wait for your Lincoln spheres, but then you're just giving Animage even more time to become scary. So Ancient Tribe, they're stuck in a sticky spot because they need RP to hit on multiple heroes, but he has to hit basically the perfect RP every time.
Oh, they don't have RP right now, but they do have the Harpoon Blink Skewer. Throws them into the Ancient Remnants, and that's going to allow them to get the quick kill. I'm not sure they get much more off of this, though. There's no Ancients to be able to steal away. Right now, Nande is playing very far away from the dangerous areas, so it looks like the Oracle kill is all they're going to be able to accomplish here. And this kind of sucks because low play being here, not getting additional kills, this is your carry hero. You want this guy to be farming as much as possible, and Lil Pleb still sitting at the bottom of the net worth on these dire cores on all the game, in fact, at the moment.
Yeah, it's a little rough for Little Pleb this time around. I don't think he really had the start to the game that he would like, but Void Spirit is still one of those heroes. We've seen them be able to pop off in the past.
Yeah.
Take much. I have eyes on the Anti-Mage. I don't think they really want to try and commit on this. It's so hard for Wuda because, you know, his Blink Skewer plays, he does really well at being able to create distance between the hero they're trying to kill and the save, but there still is multiple Blink Daggers for the side of Into the Breach as well. You know, Bat's got one, Dibe's got one, for them to be able to make enough distance so they can't catch up with.
And not just, I mean, they have 3 Blink Daggers on Oracle, Legion, and the Bat. And then Storm has Zip, Anti-Mage has Blink himself. An obscenely mobile lineup on the side of ATB. And this makes it even worse, right? Considering how immobile Death Prophet tends to be herself. She doesn't have a Blink of her own. But now they're smoking, they're going for a fight. The LC really wants a dual kill onto somebody, and they find the Magnus. Can they kill him before RP? They can. Lasso was thrown out as well, but Supreme almost died. Forced to zip away from this fight ASAP. On the left-hand side, this Oracle blinking away, but might still pop to the damage from Lil Play, but it's not enough just yet. The rest of ITB running away from the buyback of Ancient Tribe as they threw Magnus back into the mix, but Waiter can't get there in time. They don't find anything. And this was Ghost expended, Noxious Blade thrown out, Mystic Flare utilized, and a buyback from Waiter. And all they get out of it is the lowly life of a Batrider.
Yeah, this is the issue that they're starting to run into now, right? Is this duel is such a threat, and they have no way of dealing with it. Like, Blink Duel is such a good way of just kind of getting one of these heroes and executing them out of the fight. As you said, highly mobile lineup went Into the Breach. They've got 3 Blink Daggers on the heroes that don't have natural movement abilities, and then they have the other 2 heroes with natural movement abilities. So they're always able to connect with Zibe no matter where he is. And Blink BKB duel, there's just no way around it. There's just no way for them to be able to counter-initiate. Yes, the Magnus is the one with the RP, but if he's the one that gets dueled, then he dies. So you can see that reflected in the amount of Lincoln spheres they're starting to build. LeBron's building one. They're going to have one on Muda, and they're also going to have one on Little Pleb. So they understand that it is very important for them to try and have reactions to duel and not just be a kind of instant win for Into the Breach, which is what they've been abusing these last couple of team fights.
Yep. Another scary part is that we're starting to see more and more that Mobe, there's a reason why he's not playing that much DP these days. The damage output from this hero is just honestly way too slow these days. If I'm thinking about like other heroes deployed through mid, your Storms, your Embers, your Quarps, their damage output in fights is very, very quick. But DP is slow, it's considered, takes a while. And unfortunately, it's just not as dangerous in the team fights anymore for ITB. These heroes are getting strong enough to withstand it. Storm has the BKB, Sergeant Kaya, Anti-Mage, getting more and more stats. Full Vanguard up, about to finish Abyssal, and then gonna go Butterfly. Hell, even Merlin is not that easy to bring down anymore. Has the Bongo Boots at some point to be finished up. Just has Drums, Yules. If he gets like Bongo Boots, Yules, Bongo Boots, Wind Waker, sorry, on this Batrider, my god, that becomes super hard to deal with.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very hard. And it seems like Into the Breach have sniffed this one out. They're going to send a little Kobold in there and they're going to figure it out.
They know that Arosh is happening. They lose this Gareth Mage first, but he can buy back. Last 2 from Merlin onto this Magnus. Magnus still finds the RP, but only onto the Batrider and the Storm. They jump right back onto him and kill him off anyway. They're gonna be a duel onto Skyrath Mage. He just brought back. He's dead now. And they caught low play with the zip onto the Storm Spirit. Mobe sitting in the trees with ghosts going all over the place, but they will not matter. They chase instead onto LeBron. Find the easy pickup on the Venom Monster that guarantees them 4. They force out the TP from Mobe and into the breach. Have opened up the space towards Roshan. Ancient Tribe did them a favor, Fluke. They softened them up for them, and they will make sure they clean them up right now.
Yeah, and this game is really starting to fall out of control. You can just see the issues they're having with their team fight. Everything relies off the back of this RP landing, and as long as into the breach are the ones that are setting the tempo, these team fights are just going to go way out of control for Ancient Tribe. They got caught out with Alex just kind of walking up and being spotted by the Twin Gate. They get a nice little RP on the 2 heroes, but just no extra damage. Still weren't able to kill Supreme because all they have to do is they press the attack one person and they false promise the other, and then both of them are out of the RP. So it's very hard when RP is your end all and be all, and there are 2 heroes that you have to try and deal with, and you have to try and catch them inside of the RP, and they're not even the most important ones to the team fight. So yeah, it's unfortunate that Ancient Tribe played so well in game number 1, and now it feels like it's next to impossible for them to win this game because they have to do so many things right to be able to kill Supreme that it's just looking like Nande is just going to have a free game. Those 2 deaths, by the way, that he had at the start of the game, they're his only 2 deaths. They haven't been able to kill him since. So, I mean, when you have an anti-mage that's been able to do this for you, you're definitely feeling happy that Nande was able to hold it together.
Bro, he's net worth leader by 5k up. He is 9, 2, and 4. He died back. Not even the 2 deaths. You're underselling things, fam. It's not that he died early, right? He died back to back. Lost out on most of his waves. Came back to the lane with Magnus 2 levels up on him. Had 0 farm early on. But this recovery from Nande has been kind of insane. I said that I wanted to see him in a position where the first 15 minutes go very well. The first 3 minutes went awfully, but the subsequent 12, you could not ask for a better game. And now, him and his entire team can just mop up heroes at their leisure. They go in for LeBron. Shibe gets some additional dual damage. 208 for this Legion Commander 30 minutes into the game.
Yeah, and this is one of the rare games where you see Legion Commander really be able to rack up the dual damage, and Zibe has been doing a really good job ever since he was able to pick up the Blink BKB. I think his duels have really been on point, and they have been a center point for Into the Breach to be able to abuse this low cooldown single target ability to just kind of take over the game, right? Like, yeah, Nande was scary, but the scary part is running into duel, and that's why you can see so many Lincoln Spheres being built by Ancient Tribe. So the cornucopia going down on Little Brom was actually quite massive. They were very close to their first Lincoln Sphere, and that might have been a mitigator close enough to before the game is 100% completely over that you might have been able to see Ancient Tribe come back into this game. But once again, Mobe has built this this hex to try and get them a little bit of extra catch, but they're the ones that are being caught. So, you know, it doesn't really matter how much catch that you have, as long as Into the Breach are the ones that are catching you, because it is very hard for you to deal with duel this game.
Yep. They had smoked up with 3 heroes from Ancient Tribe trying to go for some long-range maneuver. It didn't work out for them. And like Wooter, like you said, is trying to farm bottom, but will be caught. Doesn't have a BKB, so it's definitely going to be killed. They even duel him for good measure. So 246 dual damage right now for Shibe. Game is looking very good. And honestly, you know, in game 1, we were talking about how ITB in large measure lost because the support duo, too much overlap and not too much they could do together when the game was falling out of control. Yep. Bro, what does Death Prophet do this patch? Like, I've been watching this game, and I literally have not felt the influence of Mobe at all. Like, outside of like the one really cool silence he got in like the first 15 minutes, since then, you know, you could have gotten that same degree of influence from a level 6 Disruptor. Why pick Death Prophet now?
Yeah, I think the Death Prophet pick was probably a little bit of experimentation on...
Oh no, mid lane, Shibe gonna look for it. Doesn't have duel just yet, but they still find a kill onto Lil Pleb. Nande able to kill him off literally 1 second before Shibe's duel came back. I feel bad for Shibe. He ran all that way to blink in, but doesn't really matter. That is a dead Lil Pleb. Does have buyback, but very loath to expend it. Tier 3 tower is gone. Range racks should follow first, and melee racks should be under jeopardy. They have RP though, Fluke, so they have some kind of fight, but do they even have the damage here? Moby hasn't triggered off ghosts, so it's gonna take a second or two for the damage to even start streaming in. Have a root going out onto anti-mage. You know how you feel good as anti-mage? You don't even bother popping Manta. You're still good. They jumped in with this Magnus. The Skewer will come, but the duel came first. There's a blue hole from Supreme. And with the Mana Void that sets him up for a triple kill on the anti-mage. He will die inside the base, but does have an Aegis. Doesn't even actually die. Press the attack, keeps him alive. Nande is Gucci. They got 3 kills. They force a buyback from Waiter. They got the lane of racks. And they might not get the bottom, but do they even really care at this point? ITB Ascendant in game 2.
Yeah, ITB have been able to really kind of just take this game and run with it super hard. And this is the one thing that I was scared of. Ancient Tribe going into this game number 2 and it not looking that close. And then just having a rough go of it. I think there was some moments for Ancient Tribe, but yeah, this Death Prophet pick really has not worked out for them. Mobe is one of those players that is a really dominant mid laner, and I feel like this Death Prophet, I'm not 100% sure where it came from. Well, okay, they found a little. He bought back. He's
well. That's the game.
Dead.
That's GG. 90 seconds
He
in
has
the grave.
22 damage. Oh my god.
No.
Zube has 32 damage.
Oh no.
Oh,
no.
let's go.
Okay, he's not allowed to duel again.
I've
Please don't press
never
R.
seen
Shibe, you have to keep this. Somebody please take a screenshot. I'm actually going to take a screenshot myself right now. I don't want to forget this moment. 3-2-2, baby. Let's go.
Let's go. That's how you know how the game is going, ladies and gentlemen. Snare and I are taking a screenshot of 3-2-2. This game is done. This game, I don't think there's a way for them to come back. Even if they RP and skewer Nande into the fountain, I don't think they have enough damage to kill him.
Yeah.
So, I think this, what you can see from Mr. Wuta going towards the bottom side of the map, they're having a chat about game number 3. They're really just trying to figure it out, nut it out, and get to the point where they say, okay, this is where it went wrong. This is where we want to go. Do we want first pick? Blah 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 blah.
Yep. Honestly, you're being a bit too complimentary about what the team talk is sounding like. What the team talk is, it's right now. Who the hell suggested DP? What the hell, dude? They're looking at this game and being like, seriously, dude, I wish you were playing literally any other hero. If he was playing Timber, well, Timber was banned, to be fair, but imagine him on some Puck, some Queen of Pain. Hell, even his Viper would have been a lot better for this game. This DP hero. I think this is the 4th DP I've seen this patch in a pro game. None of them have won, and all of them have looked fairly lackluster, so I hope I don't see any more of it. That being said, though, it's not that far from having Lincoln Sphere, so that will help somewhat. That is, if he can survive here, and he does TP out just in time before Supreme arrives to kill him off.
Yeah, so as you said, maybe Lincoln Spheres are going to be useful for Ancient Tribe, but they've had one on Little Pleb and they still were able to deal with it. So they have the AoE pull on the Storm as well, so it's not like they're lacking lockdown when it comes to AoE lockdown as well. So at this point, they're kind of just waiting to dot their I's and cross their T's for Into the Breach, because Nandi is at 30k net worth at 36 minutes into this game. Like, he's huge. He's unkillable. I don't know how they're supposed to get through a 3000 HP, 31 armor anti-mage with a butterfly. Like, I don't see it happening in any stretch of the word. Unless they literally RP him and put him in the fountain, silence him, ATOS him, and hex him. I think it's probably the only way that you kill him. Inside of the fountain.
I mean, we outlined throughout the draft itself the issues that we're going to have locking him down in this game. And now, even with all the lockdown, you know, you're saying all this stuff, they can RP him, skewer him into fountain, silence him. Maybe if they get like a DP shot, they fear him into the fountain. Honestly, I'm still not sure he dies. Like, he has 31 armor right now, an obscene amount of evasion. Respect has Blink Dagger, and Shibe has Blink Dagger. If Nande dies again in this game, it's his own fault. As they get an Aegis now in his hands, making it even more difficult for him to die. 14-2-4. Bro, All right. Production, I'm just letting y'all know in advance. Here's our MVP. If ITB win, we know what's up.
Yep. Being able to come back from a start like that, I think that just shows the drive from Into the Breach, and I think that's something that we got from them at the later stages of Tour 2 as well, right? You know, when we're having a chat to Zube, it was always they always had the belief in themselves, and now with Nande coming into the roster, they're definitely looking at themselves just being like, okay, this is going to be he's going to do a lot of work for us, and Supreme's done a lot of already. So I mean, these guys are looking pretty deep. Some of the series have not gone their way. This game number 2 is really kind of put the wind in their sails. They still have to close out the series though.
They do indeed, and Supreme, he might be the one that sets them up for that as he was getting zapped in. They find a last 2 onto some illusions, feels bad for Merlin, and the jump in, Anti-Mage looking for a way to long zip from Supreme as well, finds another blue hole onto both LeBron and Mobe, dragging them back in, but they're still alive for now. Nande jumping into Mobe throughout the Mana Void, and will be able to kill him. No buyback for the mid DP. 3 heroes caught in the blue hole now as Nande looking to try and mop up. Will be able to find 2. Waiter finds an RP onto Nande as well as Supreme, but they only have enough damage to kill off the one. Sadly though, that one has an Aegis as he's gonna come right back in. 4 heroes caught in the blue hole in the fountain. Nande with BKB right clicking through all of them. He's got an ultra kill. They deny him the rampage, but they do secure the game as GG is called from Ancient Tribe and ITB secure game 2, take us to a decisive